We are on the brand new Celebrity Ascent, and today we're going to take you deck by deck on a full ship tour. Come along. Before you do, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and let's go check out the Celebrity Ascent. We are starting our tour on deck number 15 now. We are in the elevator bank that is more towards the aft of the ship here. And directly off the elevator bank, you do have doors to get to the outside. And this is where you're gonna find the walking and jogging track. Now, this track does go up a deck. It is elevated. And I'm just gonna walk over here because you do have a great view of the pool deck. Of course, you can see at the front of the pool deck, that octopus there. We like that octopus, I think for pretty obvious reasons. But a beautiful, amazing resort deck with lots of browns and tans. There's a lot more umbrellas on this ship than we've seen on other ships. And then you can kind of see that elevated walking and jogging track go up from the champagne hot tubs. You will catch those hot tubs up on deck number 16, but we are going to take the track and walk towards the back of the ship. Now, you do have sets of stairs here right outside the glass elevator doors. Of course, to get up to deck 16 or down to deck number 14. Something that is going to be very different on this ship from, of course, the ship's sister's ships will be the art. And you can kind of see that as we're walking here. Now, this walking and jogging track is lined with chairs. So if there isn't enough chairs on the pool deck, you can always come up here if you just want to sunbathe. Check out that bear. That is awesome. It looks like a bear that is dancing with a ballerina. That's amazing. And this is the entrance into the rooftop garden. So this is, of course, one of the more popular venues here at the back of the ship. The rooftop garden is going to be where pickleball is played here in 2023. It is very popular. And we haven't seen pickleball on every cruise ship, but we're starting to see it get rolled out on a lot. And there are, of course, the two plunge pools here that hang off the side of the ship. They're cantilevered with a beautiful, beautiful sitting area. We love these plunge pools. Now, these are not hot tubs. They are cold tubs, but here in the Caribbean, that's what we like. I'm gonna just take the steps down here and walk around into the rooftop garden to show you this beautiful venue. So again, they have a little bit of a sports court up here. They do have a large movie screen up here where they will show things like sports. They'll have movies throughout your cruise. And then what they have is all of these little alcoves of chairs. And you can see there's lots of games up here too. So it looks like you've got cornball. There's some pickleball going on right now. And it's just a nice, quiet place to hang out. This is another part of the ship where they will do things like morning yoga and other activities. So you'll find that up here on deck 15, towards the back of the ship. Something else that is found up here in the rooftop garden is, of course, the rooftop grill. This is going to be one of the specialty dining venues here on the Celebrity Ascent. This is, of course, a paid-for restaurant, so you do have to pay that upcharge in order to eat here. Traditionally, this is one of the better specialty dining venues on the Celebrity Edge class. We think that the steaks up here are divine. Walking out of that restaurant, we are now walking into, of course, the newly designed Sunset Bar. Now, we saw this Sunset Bar on the Celebrity Beyond. Here on the Ascent, it is very similar. It is designed by Nate Berkus, and we love this Sunset Bar. Of course, again, you have all these little alcoves and seating sections, little pairs and trios of chairs. There is a smoking section up here as well. And then back here, you are going to find the actual bar. So this is going to be the area where you can come back and get a drink. It's a great place to come for sail away. You can see they're already pretty busy here, but this bar is just beautifully designed. And you are going to have some of the best views that you're going to see on the ship all the way back here at the Sunset Bar. This area does wrap all the way around the back of the ship, and then of course you do have additional seating, and then this will take you back up into the rooftop garden area. Now, if you continue walking on this deck does go up into deck 16, where you're going to be able to get those champagne hot tubs, and then there is an entrance into the retreat sun deck. The retreat sun deck is of course the area that is specifically for retreat guests, and that entrance is found all the way forward at the top of deck 16. So that is pretty much decks 15 and 16. We're going to hop on down to the pool deck. We have come on down to deck number 14. Now, right off the elevator bank towards the aft section of the ship, you're gonna have restrooms. So you're gonna have the ladies and gentlemen's restrooms on either side of that elevator bank. There are two important things to know about deck 14. The pools are here and the food is here. And we're gonna walk into the Oceanview Cafe area. So this is of course the buffet that you're going to find on board. This is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Plenty of seating in here, as well as many different food options. You've got a fresh salad bar, you've got of course a grill, you have a place where you can get fresh pasta, you got Asian food, Indian food. Celebrity does some of the best buffets at sea, and you can see that there are plenty of different areas here, islands, where you can get different types of food. Now, on either side of the islands, you are going to find the seating areas, and the seating areas are going to be along the floor-to-ceiling glass. You see that on my left-hand side. There are water, coffee, and complimentary juice stations throughout. So if, of course, you do not have a drink package when coming on a ship, you can get those complimentary here. I do love the colors in here. There's a lot of pink, a lot of blues, and something that is different on the Ascent and the Beyond is this extension at the very back of the buffet. You have extra seating. Of course, this is a little bit of a bigger ship than the Celebrity Edge or Apex. As we are walking back here, you do have the Oceanview Bar, so that will be all the way at the very back of the buffet, and this is on the inside. On other Celebrity ships, we've seen the Oceanview Bar be on the outside of the ship, but this is inside. And then you do have one of the most important parts of the buffet. You do have the pizza station here, and this is going to be one of the most delicious pizza stations at sea. This pizza is one of the late night options. So of course this will be open until 1 a.m. So if you are looking for a late night bite or a late slice of pizza, you can come all the way to the back of the buffet and get that here. We are now walking on the opposite side of where that food is. So this is just one giant U, if you can picture that. And then there was outdoor seating back there as well. So if the seating is pretty full on the inside, you can just head on to the very, very back and you can grab food from back there. You can see plenty of seating. There is going to be a bar up here as well. So on the right-hand side, you will have another bar. This is of course an extension of the coffee shop. So if you are needing fresh coffees, or they do sell booze and drinks there, that will be up here too. There's one last thing that we need to point out about the buffet, and that is of course going to be the ice cream station. Celebrity does hard scooped ice cream, which we love, all the way here at the very front. So you can see that. And then of course they do have a toppings bar as well. They'll have some gelato there. And it's very important, you do have hand washing stations here on either side of the buffet. We are walking out of the buffet area. I just want to point out another beautiful piece of art here. That is gorgeous. And we are now on the resort pool deck. Now I'm going to come around and get another shot of this octopus because of course this is possibly our favorite statue. Directly off the pool deck is of course going to be the iconic magic carpet. This is how you recognize the Edge class. This is on all 4 Edge class ships. We're gonna step out here and of course check this out. This is of course hangs off the edge of the ship, which is so incredible, and it's also used for disembarking and tendering when you're doing that. It truly is one of the most innovative things that we have ever seen on a cruise ship. And directly behind the magic carpet is going to be, of course, the grill. So this will be where you can come and get those hamburgers, those hot dogs. If you want to come and get a fast, quick, casual lunch, it's going to be right here. You'll have free included juice and water here, as well as soft serve ice cream. And then you do have a wonderful little sauce station over here. So this is the grill, and we're gonna check out the rest of deck 14. So as we step up here into the pool deck, of course, you can see one of the largest pools at sea. This is a great pool for hanging out, just chilling, or it can be a lap pool if you need to come out early mornings. Typically people will come out here and swim laps. And at the other end of the pool, you are going to have more seating, so you're going to have more alcoves, you'll see right here, as well as that pool bar. So there'll be plenty of places to come and get drinks up here on the pool deck. Now on either side of the pool bar, you are going to have entrances into little alcoves above. Now, one of these is going to be a smoking area, so if you are looking for a smoking section on the ship, you can head up those stairs right there, and you will find a smoking section. We're gonna call that like floor 14 and a half, because it is kind of right in between floors decks 14 and 15. There is still more of the pool deck here, and this is of course the Solarium. This is the adults only section of the Celebrity Ascent. You see the pool there in the middle, and then you do have 2 hot tubs on either side. Now, like I said, this is the adults only area of the ship, but this is more of the quiet pool. This is kind of the serene, quiet area. You can see the backsplash there of the pool looks like waves. There's blue and purples. It's absolutely beautiful. Something that we do love about Celebrity compared to some of the other mainstream lines is you don't have to check out a towel. You can just grab your towel from your seat, and it's great. Very easy, very convenient. Now, tucked away in the corner here, this is going to be the Spa Cafe. The Spa Cafe is going to be a place you can come and grab quick bites for breakfast and lunch. You will want to watch the hours of this area because it is limited. Like for lunch, it's only open from 12 till 2. But then of course, if you've got that premium beverage package, you can come here, and typically there will be a juice station where you can get fresh juice and smoothies. Complimentary juice and water is right here, as well as coffee. And this is a great place to come and grab a bite to eat. The small bites here are really good. Now on either side of the Solarium, you will have men's and women's bathrooms. So you can see those right there. And in between the bathrooms, you are going to have the elevator bank. So we are now more towards the forward of the Celebrity Ascent. And this is going to be your deck 14 elevator bank. You see stairs right in front of me that will take you up, of course, to decks 15 and 16 where the retreat area is. And then down here on deck 14, you do have the spa. So the spa is going to be, of course, your full service spa where you can come and get things like manicures, pedicures, if you would like to get a haircut, a massage. They really do it all up here, and the thermal suite is up here. And this is another area that is beautiful, beautifully created. It's similar to the other Edge class ships. And if you have an Aqua class room, of course, this is going to be the place that you're going to want to hang out. We're going to take these steps upstairs because there is one other area on deck 15 that we didn't get to earlier. And that's because I was waiting to take this beautiful staircase. That is, of course, the fitness center. This is a large fitness center with a lot of floor-to-ceiling glass. There is every type of workout equipment that you could need up here, including heavy weights. So if you do want to come up here anytime during your cruise and hit the gym, this is a great gym to come into. They will also have classes up here that you can pay for that are an additional charge. But this is the gym. We're going to keep making our way down to see the rest of the Celebrity Ascent. We've made it down to deck number 5. Now we're in more of the forward area of deck number 5. Here towards the forward, you're going to have, of course, the forward elevator bank, but there is a brand new venue for Celebrity Cruises that we have to show you here on deck 5. It is called the Annex. The Annex is a new area that you can actually purchase to rent, and you can do things here like karaoke, virtual golf. You can rent this area for a movie screening or for a game day. This is a great area where you can come with your friends, order drinks, and there's food in here as well. So this is the Annex. Right directly across from the Annex, you are going to have a couple of bathrooms, some men's and women's restrooms, and then you will also have one of the entrances into the theater. Now the theater does span decks 4 and 5. This is one of the coolest theaters on a cruise ship that I think we've ever seen. This is, of course, a place where you can catch specialty acts as well as the main stage shows while on board. And like I said, you can find the entrances on decks 4 and number 5. You're not going to want to miss the shows on the celebrity ships, especially the new Edge class ships. They do have some of the most innovative and incredible shows that we have ever seen. Walking back out of the theater, this is of course that elevator bank where we started, and then we are going to walk towards the back of the ship. Now directly through the elevator bank, you are going to see the club. The club is another venue on board, and again, this can be accessed from decks 4 and decks 5. We're gonna pop in here on deck 5 right now. This will be an area where you're going to find a ton of different activities. So of course, things like game nights, trivia, there is a lot of nightlife that happens here. The ABBA dance along and sing party will happen down here. So this will of course be one of the venues that you will not want to miss when you are coming on board the Celebrity Ascent. Walking out of the club, we do have of course Park West here on deck number 5. This is going to be your art area while on the ship. If you are an art collector or you're someone that does enjoy art, you're going to come here through this hallway. We're going to jump down to the end of this hallway and continue checking out the Grand Plaza. Just past the Park West Art Gallery, you are going to have the world-class bar here on deck number 5. Now, this was an addition when we saw the Celebrity Beyond come out. So this bar is going to be on the Beyond and the Ascent, but this is a throwback bar. It's on the Solstice class. This is a premium beverage bar. It's a premium experience, really. It's one of our favorite bars on board. And what we love is that it sits up here at the very top of the Grand Plaza, and you can get some of the most amazing views looking down into the Martini Bar. Of course, something that's really special about this tour is it is the holiday season, so you are going to see holiday decor all around the ship, which is of course really special. It's always a special moment when you come on a cruise ship and you see a giant Christmas tree on board. Now up here on deck number 5, you will also have the sushi restaurant. This is of course raw on 5. You are going to see sushi being made right here at dinner time, and then you do have the full restaurant right here. Now this is another of course specialty dining restaurant, so it is a restaurant that is for an upcharge or an additional fee. Here is another look at the Martini Bar all the way up here from deck number 5. We will get down there. That technically sets on deck number 3, so hold on for a little bit and we will get down and see the infamous Celebrity Martini Bar. Something else that is on this ship that's different from some of the other Edge class ships is this bridge that does connect side to side. Now on the Edge and the Apex you aren't going to see this, but again, the Beyond and the Ascent, they're like our sister ships here. So you will see this bridge. You do have steps directly across from the bridge to take you down to deck number 4. We're going to walk over to the bridge though, because there is of course another specialty restaurant. This is going to be Fine Cut Steakhouse. So this will be your official steakhouse on board. Another one of your specialty dining experiences. Of course, you can come here for a traditional steak meal. I do love that these booths kind of look like wine barrels. I think that that's very cool. And of course, this is a place where you can come for the whole family. We're gonna keep walking, getting back towards the back of the ship. This is one of the coolest decks, I think, on the ship because there are so many venues and so many different areas that are different from other cruise ships. Of course, you do have a shopping section right here. So this is kind of mid-ship on deck number 5. You have Bulgari. And then on the other side, you do have more jewelry. So you're going to have more fine, high-end shopping up here on deck number 5. Deck number 5 does have some outdoor deck space, so you are going to be able to access that if you want to walk the deck. There is a beautiful little seating area nestled right here off of the aft bank of elevators. I love the black and the whites. It just feels luxurious. And then here is this bright blue statue. The art on the ship is different. It's not like anything that I have ever seen before. Now, Celebrity is notorious for having hallways or little sections of the ship that are highly artistic. And this is going to be that area right here. You can see there's a lot of mirrors, a lot of silvers. And there is a smell in this hallway that is just luxurious. I'm not exactly sure what the smell is, but it just smells amazing. This area is going to take you to the back section of deck number 5. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. As we come out here, you are going to see a set of stairs right in front of me to take you down to deck number 4. There are 2 chairs right here with high backs. And that's of course just another area that you can sit and hang out. You have kind of a matching statue to the blue one that we saw. The statue is it looks almost like a clay figurine, but it's red. And then you do have the chocolate shop right here. So this of course we did see on the Beyond as well. Another area where you can come and get little chocolates. For those of you that have booked an Aqua Class room, you do have Blue right here. Blue is of course the restaurant that is open for breakfast and dinner. And this is going to be light eating, clean eating. For Jared and I, it is one of our favorite restaurants in Blue. We do love this area, of course, the bright blues and whites. You've got ocean views in here as well. There's some other ships where the Blue restaurant did not have ocean views from your table, and people did not really like that. There's a lot of complaints about that, so they fixed that here on the Ascent. We will keep walking towards the back of the ship. On my left-hand side, you do have another shop called Mankind. This is the men's luxury shop on board. Of course, you can buy things like bags. It looks like they're selling luggage here, watches, pins, wallets, sunglasses. If you have someone in your life that likes the more masculine flair to their shopping, Mankind will be the area that you want to check out. Now on my left, we are passing both men and women's restrooms as we walk into Eden. This is a very important venue on the ship because this is an area that is a restaurant, a bar, an entertainment space where shows will take place. And then another number of different activities will happen here. You also have a cafe. So immediately to my left here, you're going to see the gray and white tiles that will take you over to the Eden Cafe. So this place is open for lunch only. Now they do have seating on the outside. I'm going to step outside and just show that because that's not on all of the other ships. The seating area is really nice and large out here. You can take a look at that. And I will say, Eden Cafe, especially on sea days, does get quite busy. So if you do need additional seating, it's a great place to go out and do it. You're gonna have additional free just water, coffee, juices right there. And then as we walk into the main section of Eden, you'll see all of the different earth tones. This really is one of the most earthy environments or bars that we've ever seen. This is, of course, the Eden Bar. And then the seating wraps up to deck 6. So you're gonna have seating on deck number 5 and deck number 6. It's a great place to come and enjoy some live music, grab a cocktail, grab a high-end craft cocktail. That's really what they do there. And everything is gonna be very earthy. Just take a quick peek here down into the Eden restaurant. This is again gonna be very farm to table. It's gonna be a specialty restaurant. So of course another restaurant that you can pay an upcharge to come and check out. I will say this tends to be a crowd favorite. People typically love the Eden restaurant. And we have eaten there and I can vouch for it. It is very good, but it is very farm to table. Now directly through these doors, you are gonna have a smoking section. So I do just wanna walk out here and show that. Again, we're at the very back of deck number 5, right outside of Eden. So right out here, this wraps around in the back. And from what I hear, there is another interesting piece of art here. You can see that they really have gone with the pops of bright colors here on the Ascent. So you've got kind of a horse with a man arched up on top of that horse. So again, this is a smoking section. And then this deck does run all the way down the side of the ship. So if you do want, again, just to take in some views that are not on the top decks, there typically is less people down here during sail away. It is a great place to come and hang out and catch in amazing views. I cannot end this tour on deck 5 without checking out this additional statue. Look at this Dalmatian juggling 3 balls on its nose. And I do love the pops of color right behind the bright blues and oranges. It really is beautiful. And of course, we've seen some of these neon chairs before on other ships, and they've brought them onto the Ascent. We're gonna continue this tour and we're gonna hop on down to deck number 4. We have popped on down to deck number 4. Now, here on deck number 4 off the elevator bank, you are gonna have an entrance into the casino. We are gonna get in there in just a couple of minutes, but I'm gonna walk actually this way and show you some of the shops on board. Now, you are gonna have some really beautiful and high-end shops on board. I'm just gonna dip in here really quick. This is gonna be where you're going to find a lot of the jewelry here on deck number 4. Of course, you are gonna have watches. You're gonna have your Effie boutique right here as well. So that kind of stretches all the way to the Grand Plaza. We're gonna continue walking more towards the back of the ship. And to my left, you are gonna have a shop called Sense of Self. Now, we have seen Sense of Self on other Edge class ships as well. Look at these, you've got these billboards that are all digital. This is gonna be more of your boutique shopping. There's gonna be, of course, handbags in here, things for women. It looks like they've got dresses, they've got some clothing, and some jewelry in there. Now, as we walk back here, I just want to look at this wall on my right. This is gorgeous. The art on the ship is absolutely amazing. They are saying that it took $1 billion to take the ship and build it, and I would completely believe it. Directly across from that black and gold mural is going to be ladies and men's restrooms. So, of course, you will find those right outside of the restaurants. Now, for those that have not been on an Edge class before, there is no main dining room. It is not traditional cruise dining. You've got 4 different venues. Here on my left is Cyprus. This is going to be, of course, more Mediterranean. You'll have stairs that will take you directly up to deck number 5. That's where the Eden area is, and that really cool hallway that we saw. And then directly across from Cyprus is going to be Cosmopolitan. It's going to be more of your American food or American flair. Now, they do have a similar menu in each restaurant, with one section of the menu being different for each place. So you will want to try each of them while you come on the Celebrity Ascent and figure out which one's your favorite. Let me know in the comments below if you have been. We are now walking into the casino. This casino is impressive. It definitely looks very different from other casinos that we've seen on all other celebrity ships. The layout is pretty much the same, but the color scheme is very different. In the carpets, you do have different symbols for your cards. So you see hearts, clubs, spades, thrown all throughout. You of course have your long row of tables, so you're gonna have everything in here from Ultimate Texas Hold'em to roulette to blackjack to craps, and then there is new games everywhere. Since this is a brand new ship here at the end of 2023, most of the games are gonna be brand new to you sitting at home because they're just bringing them on. This game in front of me, Bomb, I've never heard of before. So if you like to take a chance in the casino, this is going to be the place. Now, right out there is where those shops were, and then you do have additional casino games. There's an ATM machine here at the very front of the casino. And as we walk back out into the Grand Plaza, you are going to have Craft Social. This is, of course, the craft cocktail and craft beer bar on board. This is also technically the sports bar. You see a lot of screens in there. You got the 2 giant screens. Now, I love the aesthetics of this. You've got, of course, the tuft leather couches. There is the availability or option to order food here, but it is for an additional cost. So just know that. If you're gonna get those truffle fries, you are gonna be paying for them. Directly next to the Craft Social Bar is going to be Le Grand Bistro. For lunch, this is going to be your French restaurant on board. For dinner, this will turn into Le Petit Chef. So of course, that is 2 different specialty restaurants or specialty dining experiences that you will find here. This is gonna be the entrance into that restaurant. And then here at the very front, they do have, of course, the bakery. So all of these different things are for a purchase. If you would like some goods or baked goods and don't want to pay for them, you can get them at the coffee shop, which we're gonna see next. Just outside of Le Grand Bistro, before we get to the cafe, is going to be Le Voyage. Now, this is, of course, the restaurant that is by Chef Daniel Boulud. And this is a high-end, fine dining specialty restaurant experience. This is gonna be one of the more pricey experiences on board. This is, of course, gonna be the area where you check in. And if you do enjoy the finer things in life, you will want to check out Le Voyage. Now, I'm gonna give you another view here. Directly as you come out of this restaurant, you have another great view of the Grand Plaza. You see that chandelier there. Now, if you're coming on the ship at 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night, they do typically do chandelier and martini bartender shows. You will not want to miss those. If you've ever seen one, or if you've never seen one, it's definitely one to check out. Here you do have Cafe El Bacio. This is of course going to be the coffee shop. I had said if you wanted free little snacks or goodies, you're going to be able to get those right there on the ends. Now this is of course going to be coffees, specialty coffees, cappuccinos, all of the above you can get there at the coffee shop. You'll see extensive seating areas here throughout. Now, as someone that works on cruise ships, I do just want to point out this table back here because I love that they have this. This table is perfect for working, and they actually in the middle of the table have all kinds of outlets, both European and US outlets. So if you need to plug in a laptop or you're working off of your phone, grab a cup of coffee, come down here to deck 4 and you can get so much work done. This is my favorite place to work when I am on a cruise ship, hands down. As we continue to walk here directly outside of Cafe El Bacio on the left, you will have men's and women's restrooms. And then you do have the iLounge. So of course the iLounge will be a multifaceted space. They do sell Apple products in there, so you can buy everything from laptops to new phones to iPads, but then that's where you're gonna also get your internet help as well. Directly past the iLounge is the Shore Excursions Center. That's the place where you can book your off-the-ship adventures. Just past the Shore Excursions area, you will have the studio. That will, of course, be the place where you can pay to get pictures taken. Photographers on board are great. They do a great job always on the celebrity ships. And then you've got more shops. So this is, of course, going to be Attraction that we're walking past right now. That will be your scent shop if you are someone that looks for perfumes or colognes on board. Directly across from that is going to be the Future Cruise Desk. This can be where you can book your next vacation. Don't forget, if you use a travel agent, you can give them your travel agent's name, and that booking will still be given to your travel agent. Now this is interesting. It says resort wear and collection. This is of course a part of the new shops. Now the celebrity collection, or the collection as they call it, is going to be a lot of your Celebrity Cruises gear. So you can kind of see directly through the glass. You've got different things like hats and shirts. If you want a scent merch, you'll be able to purchase that here in the collection. Really, really cool and beautiful things in here. This looks like there's more men's shirts in this particular little boutique area. And the last shop is called Spirited. This is of course going to be your place where you can buy cigarettes as well as alcohol. You've got the deck 4 entrance into the theater right here. There are men's and women's bathrooms right outside of the theater. I love that painting. And then of course some steps to get up to deck 5 or down to deck 3. This is the forward bank of elevators. You also have an entrance to the club directly off the elevator bank here. And the last thing here on deck 4 is going to be the meeting place. So this is going to be your conference center on board. If you are here for work or if you're here for meetings, you're going to find that tucked away here on deck number 4 towards the front of the ship. Let's hop on down to deck number 3. Deck number 3 is split into a couple of sections because there are staterooms on deck number 3. So there's going to be hallways of staterooms here towards the front of the ship, but tucked away here off the elevator bank, the forward bank of elevators, you do have the kids club. So this is going to be camp at sea for the little ones. You're going to be able to drop them off down here. The camp program actually on Celebrity Cruises is great. It is more STEM, so it's educational. They're going to be learning things at sea, but it's also very fun. We know a lot of kids that have come here to the camp and they say great things. We're going to hop over more to midship where we can check out that Martini Bar and the rest of deck number 3. So we actually came to deck 3 all the way towards the back. And this is where the other 2 dining venues will be. So I mentioned there was 4 different venues. So we of course had Cosmopolitan in Cyprus directly above us. This is Normandie. Normandie is going to be more of the French-inspired restaurant. So this is restaurant number 3 of 4. And directly across from Normandie, you are going to see Tuscan. Tuscan's going to be your Italian-inspired or food with the Italian flair. Tuscan is my personal favorite of the 4. Tell me in the comments which is your favorite. We are going to walk down this hallway. Now there will be 2 additional restrooms right here, a men's and a women's bathroom right off of those 2 restaurants. And as we are walking down here, there is going to be a lot more art. You do see this beautiful cloth art to my left. I mean, truly, the art is stunning. And on deck number 3, they have this on all the Edge class ships. You can see directly into the hull of the ship, which is Very, very cool. You can't see that on too many cruise ships. Now, directly to my left, you will have another elevator bank. It's going to be the elevator bank that sets more towards the midship or the back of the ship. And then here, this is going to be the ultimate guest relations area. And I say that because this area has been a little redesigned from other areas that we've seen on other cruise ships. So of course, you've got your Captain's Club desk here, your Concierge Club desk, and then guest services. If you do need to come down here for any reason, this is going to be the area where you're going to need to come and speak to guest relations. And then of course, this is directly off of the Martini Bar, the infamous Martini Bar. So this will be the lowest floor in the Grand Plaza. You see the Martini Bar directly there in front of me. And then you have all kinds of alcoves and seating all throughout. You've got multiple different levels here. Of course, you've got seats that go all the way around the Martini Bar, which is definitely a favorite for a lot of people. A big change between the Apex and the Edge. But this has been the Celebrity Ascent. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the way out. And until next time, see ya.